Well, I'm very happy to say it's not actually farewell time for Tarkir Dragonstorm. We can do another one. Not expected. I thought they were going to change it out. It makes sense though, there's not a new set yet. I should be saving my gems to play the new set, but I don't know. I really like this one. I like this one quite a bit. Mox Jasper. That's interesting, but it doesn't really do the thing that Moxes usually do, which is accelerate you. Like until you've played a 4-drop dragon. So this is like a weird turn 4 artifact that gives you some free mana, which is not terrible, but Meringue River Region is insane. It's one of those ones where when you have it, it can really warp your game. So it's one of the premium dragons of the set, so it is coming into my deck. Hollow Merc Siege. What do you do? Whenever you do a counter, you get to draw a card. Whenever you attack, you can put a +1/+1 counter and give something menace. Okay, I think we go with a globe here. There's lots of good cards in this pack. You know, the Karo Goalkeeper is fine. Stormshriek Feral, I've got a lot more respect for it than I used to have. Einok Wayfarer is a great enabler. Spectral Denial is playable. But I'm going to take the globe here because, in my experience, the decks with 2 or 3 globes always get me there. So, Magmatic Hellkite is fantastic. Um, it's just a great tempo play. There aren't many really useful 4-drop dragons. The thing that's cool about this guy is he's got the 5 toughness, which means that less of the removal kills him. You basically got, I think the white dragon breath does it. Otherwise, it's going to take something else to interact with it. I can't think of there is a removal spell that does 5, but I think it costs 5 as well. So, like when you can play this guy and tap them down, the odds of them being able to kill that the next turn are pretty low. The downside here that I see developing right now is that we've got 2 double color cards. The globes help with that if we get more of them. And then just pretty much just making sure we're really keeping an eye out for our red blue duels is probably going to be the other way that we do the thing that we need to do. Lots of good cards here. I think we're going to go with the safe pick. Oh, this Dragonstorm would be pretty nice though. There was a time when encroaching was my least favorite one, but it's moved up. I just think Saga Wildling is good enough because it kind of does a little bit of the same thing. Because the second time you cast this, you're just getting icing. The first time you do this, you're getting something you need to keep your game plan going. Here we go. Here's a nice duel for us. We're missing out on an exile, but we don't have any other white cards yet, so white might be our weak link. So I think we go for the thing that really enables our 2 best cards at the moment. Normally, you don't have to pick these dual lands very high, though. The only reason I'm doing it here is because the games where I can cast these cards, I more than likely win. This guy never does well, but I always want to draft him. So here we go. We can focus on more of a just guy 2-spell thing. 2-spell is not a thing to warp your deck for, but if it's a thing you're doing anyway, then it could be it's fine to be playing towards. We're just not going to bend. We're not going to bend out of our way to do that. Black dragon with a draw spell though, so I'm going to take it because it's got a cantrip, which if we are doing the double spell thing, does matter. And this guy, when he comes down as a 4/6, is pretty dang awesome. 3/5, he's kind of so because a lot of times what he's um, blocking you against, or threatening to block against, is the dragons, but he's usually going to trade off against another dragon because most of them are 5 or 6 power. When he's a 4/6, he increases his quality quite a bit. Nature's Rhythm. No, I don't like that card. Dawnbreaker. This is now one of my least favorite dragons. It wasn't always, but now it pretty much is. I think Alchemist's Assistant's the better card, but I think I'm going to take the Thornwood Falls. I don't know that I want to lean too far into black being a support color with this deck. We've got the Deathgorger. It's here right now because he's a dragon. And because he has a useful omen. And then I take a black card. I guess we actually have this weird spot where right now I think we kind of get paid off for not taking this Jasper early and taking it now. I do think in this instance this land is better than the Unuk Wayfarer. We have no reason to believe we're going to be leaning more towards the green side. Godly, we're getting all of our lands in the first pack. That's kind of a good thing in a way. So now we've already got 3 blue pips and we've got 2 red ones. And we've just got this kind of odd man out jungle hollow that's just a helper for our 2 off-color dragons right now. Wingspan Stride. Don't know that that's going to stay in the main deck because pretty much if we're the dragon deck, we don't really need flying. But if we get some late like mammoth cards, some late giant guys that we can just throw this on. Looks like everything we've got so far flies anyway, so it's probably not going to keep it in. Maybe this deck wants Jadecast Sentinel. I don't know. New way forward. What do you do? Next time, it's source your choice would deal damage to you this turn. Prevent the damage. Oh wow, wow, that's a weird fog. So not even a fog. It hits them, right, and then you draw as many cards as you would have, but you get to pick the source, so it is capped. It's not just all of the damage that you're receiving this turn. Ugh. Is that good? I've never seen this card played. I don't think it's good. I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say it's not. We're gonna take a Mardu Monument. That helps us fix our colors, and there's plenty of times where those 3 tokens can do a thing. Another Dragonstorm Globe. Thank you very much. So now we're up to a 2 Dragonstorm Globe deck with 2 premium dragons. Now we'd really like to see like a Dragonstorm Forecaster. We could probably pick up any Boulderborn dragons that we see pretty gladly. And pretty much any dragon I think is now significantly more exciting. Go ahead and take that guy out. No plan for that. So I'd say one thing we're missing right now is removal. So do we want white removal or do we want black removal? I think we would prefer to have the black removal when there's a choice. We don't have any white cards yet, so it doesn't mean we can't take some white cards further down the road. It means that I think we should lean towards the color we can actually support at the moment, even if it is only with 1 land. These Dragonstorm Globes are the thing that get us access to our other colors and make it to where we can just kind of breathe easy. Saga Wildling's also a help for that. This Mox Jasper, we're not looking to that to be our solution in our deck, but we get that critical mass of dragons. I'd say if we've got 6 or more dragons in the end of this, then we're pretty stoked. Call of the Spirit Dragon. Dragons you control have indestructible. Wow. Wow, it's an alternate win condition. So if you have 5 colors of dragons in play, you just win. Your upkeep. I'm gonna go ahead and go for that. If it were not, this is not early in the draft, but if there were not a whole nother pack to go, I wouldn't take this in a million years. But the fact of the matter is, we're playing 3 colors anyway, so our globes are getting us the other 2 that we're missing. Should be easy to late pick another couple of things, and we're going to be getting the dragons. We know that. Gurmag Rakshasha is amazing, but I think just due to the fact that we do have the dragons running, and I do think Feral is going to be better here, just because it gets you 2 extra cards. We can pitch some non-dragon cards and get more dragons. So let's get rid of this Wingspan Stride. We're not messing with that. Stonecrafter Mage is interesting. It's not what we need. Guess we'll take this because there's nothing else interesting. This would be good, I think, just because we do need some early game stuff happening. But I'm still gonna go get that color, the extra color, to make sure we can do all the things. Try and help. Boulderborn Dragon, yes, we love that. I think that's definitely what we want. What time is it? All right. Go Evolving Wilds. Can go this guy. I think this guy does exactly what we need. Maybe Evolving Wilds is actually better. Okay, we'll take the Codis here, I think. And then this is purely just to have early game interaction. That's all that's there for. We get another one of these, or do we want a protection spell? I think we'll take a protection spell. This basically either counters a spell that they try to remove our best dragon with, or it allows us to chump block, kill something, trade, hopefully, and well, with the death touch, definitely, and just prolong the game. It's good. I think we do the same thing here with this pick. This is just a early two drop for interaction. None of these cards excite me. Take the Ice Age Serpent. Probably doesn't even make the end cut. Okay, we'll take an Aurora Possession. I don't know that it makes the end. We got a decent suite of 2-drops now that aren't, you know, especially exciting, but they do a thing. We should be able to get a dragon here. It's going to be either this dragon or this dragon. I think we go with this one because it also doubles as a 2-drop removal spell for the early game. We need a white dragon. It's funny, we passed 2 earlier on. Karakit Guardian's actually pretty decent, especially when you're pretty well set up for him, which we are. We have these colors. Oh, here we go. This is my favorite white dragon, actually. That removal spell is everything, and then when it's time to cast that dragon, if you've had a rough game, the 5 life matters, and then, like I was saying, we needed a white dragon. Now we got one. So now we have a white dragon. We have 2 red dragons. We have we have 2 blue dragons because we've got Karakit Guardian. We've got 1 black dragon and the 1 green. Well, I mean, I guess the green, we've got a splash in green. So I guess the Serpent definitely can go. We're probably not winning the game with Call of the Spirit Dragon, but the fact that it gives our dragons this is a hard pick right here. The fact that it gives our dragons indestructible is good. So I could take the Forecaster, or I could take the Wildling. Gives us another green dragon that also kind of does a good thing. I think the Dragonstorm Forecaster is correct because it's basically, it's not exactly another copy of Dragonstorm Globe or another copy of Boulderborn Dragon, but it lets us get those things when we don't have them. And it's also fine early interaction too. Probably just gets bolted or killed, but we're low on removal so far. But we got a second Hellkite. Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow. I don't even know if we bother with the long game. I think we just skew our deck towards red and try to win in the sky with these things because the tempo loss on this is huge. Basically, if you're first player and you get to drop one of these on turn 4 and you do get rid of one of their lands, you probably just got them. If you get to do it 2 times in a row, it's bonkers. Nothing exciting. I think we take the land. Yeah, we can go ahead and get rid of that guy. He's not doing anything for us. I don't care for any of these for this. We're taking the Sentinel just for early interaction. If we draw them late, that's actually pretty decent because it lets us thin out when we have dragons already in play. Because when you have the dragon, you get the land and put it straight into play. So it's like it's less of a bad 2-drop that you draw on turn 8 when you know you've got a dragon in play when it comes down. So we're skewing more towards red, not because this is a good card, but it does mana fix for us. So that does make it a slightly better card than the Agent of Kotis. And I think we are going to get rid of the Agent of Kotis because Undergrowth Leopard has some utility that the Agent of Kotis does not. We don't really need the counters from the Agent of Kotis either. Alright, sure, we'll take a late Christmas dragon. None of these cards make the main deck. None of them are interesting either for our stuff. We'll take the card that could end up getting sided in if we decide to monkey with our deck some. So I think we got there on the dragons. We could have maybe used one more white dragon and, you know, passing the early one could be seen as a mistake. Do you think we can run the Jasper? There are going to be times when it matters. I think the scry on this makes it a worthy enough thing to run. Seize Opportunity might be worth running too. I don't know if we do the Call of the Spirit Dragon thing. I mean, I don't know. Indestructible Dragons is good enough on its own without the alternate win condition, so maybe that's just good. I'm sorting these dragons by Omen, converted mana cost. Basically on turn 1 through 4, if we get to play this guy, the scry is actually pretty good. Anything beyond that, it's less exciting. I think we'll go ahead and not run it. And I'm wondering if we don't even need the Monument. Maybe Jasper's the card that should go here. Yeah, it only actually works when you have a dragon in play. I'm gonna keep it. The only reason is because I have some 4-drop dragons. If I didn't have a 4-drop dragon, I wouldn't keep it. Because if this only ever hits on turn 5 or beyond, it's a dead card. Anytime you draw it before that, it's worthless. But because we also care about the color thing, golly, it's still one of the worst cards in my deck, though. I think we get rid of that. All right, we're gonna play a quick one, and then I gotta go for now. Kind of feeling sick today. It's not a great experience. Wanted to do some fun stuff, and it's not gonna be smart. Had to go to the grocery store too, but I'm not actually going. We're just gonna do pickup, which I hate doing. But when I don't feel good, I don't want to traipse around with the kids in the grocery store. So I'm gonna have somebody else shop for us. All right, so we were on the draw. So this is not the worst, but now we really penalize them if they play a non-basic land. Doesn't look like they're going to, but we'll still get to drop our Hellkite on turn 4, and we're going to get a turn 5 Karraki Guardian, I think. Would be good. And I mean, they're going to be huge dragons, so could even put this Stormbrood into play. That's going to be nice if they play something that we can blow up. So I think we save that one as long as we can. So next turn we're at 5 mana. I wonder if we should just, if they do nothing, maybe we should just make a globe. Maybe we should still make a globe, because I can, can't I? No, I can't kill that. Well, yes I can. Watch this. This is going to be great. I'm just going to make the globe. And we'll just go ahead and roast that dragon. See you later, buddy. And then we can play the Karraki Guardian as a 8/8 or 8/7 with hexproof until it deals damage. That's the kind of card that would be really good with like a flicker effect. I hate the fact that they can just counter this, but I still need to run it. I must trot it out there. Then I can just take a turn off with my land. Gain land. We have Woobark. Sweet. Go ahead and get our mountain. We'll swing in. Makes this guy open and vulnerable to attack, but it's an argument for not attacking with that until I've got lethal, but I don't know. I've got another dragon on back up here. Especially when I'm holding a removal spell, because now he could play a big flyer or something, and that would at least give the impression that he could do something. But I think we just got him dead to rights with 2 dragons in the air. He's got to interact with these. If he's got interaction for either one of these dragons, then the game continues. But I think if he just drops another creature that doesn't have like hexproof or something, we're fine. We've got so much mana right now. 3, 6, 9 mana. It's not. I mean, it's turn 6 or something, right? Turn 7. Yeah, there could be something here that extends this game, but I don't know what it is. Okay, slows me down. But he's not making any offensive play anytime soon. Well, we just pay to untap it and hit for a bunch of damage. And then we don't even need to pay to untap it right now. We can just wait. Keep Dragon's Prey up. We can even ward if we deem that we need to. That right there, that's why Ringing Strike Mastery is just not good in this set. If you've got a super hyper aggressive like black-red prowess deck, I think Ringing Strike Mastery is amazing. But since the thing that the other decks you play want to do is mana accelerate and have plenty of mana, 5 mana is not that much. Like, my deck can cast a thing and pay that 5 mana. That's pretty good right there. But it doesn't kill it. So he's got to use another spell to kill it. Okay. So we just roast this guy, and then we'll get to attack him for 2 with the Ember Mouse Sentinel. So we managed to deal with both my dragons. This one's going to wake up soon. But now he's got an empty board, and his cards in hand are pretty low, so he's gonna have to do this. Is he gonna do it on the dragon? No, he's gonna do it on that. And then we're gonna play Spirit Dragon. Now he can't kill any of my dragons. He can interact with them in other ways. Yes, ma'am.
Are you almost done?
Yep. I'm gonna send him down here. That's it. My last match. Yeah, I'm gonna come hang out with you. As sneezy as I am, I'm still gonna be there.
But, make sure you bring it.
Alright, that's that. There's dragons for you. We'll be back to finish those matches. Hopefully this is a trophy winner. I could see it. It's gonna be some tough games against dragons. Other dragon decks. And, you know, a fast Mardu deck might be a problem. But see you around. This is the Nerve Nerd.